Andy O'Hara alongside Coach Adam Heckaman tonight. Heck of a win tonight for the first win of the season. The girls played real hard.
They did. They came out and played with a lot of energy. They were very aggressive from the beginning. That's something we talked about. I told Chelsea before, I said, I'd rather see you foul out than shy away from things. And she came out and really went after it. Alexa Veers, everybody got out there, got on the floor. And it provided us with a lot of opportunities to score.
And I know last night was kind of tough. It seems like the lid on the basket just didn't want to come off for some of the scoring. The girls are getting a lot of good looks, especially going to be real proud of how they're working the offense and kind of getting good, crisp passes, but yet they're getting themselves open opportunities. What kind of things are you guys working towards that?
We didn't work on a lot because we didn't get to practice much. We came in early tonight and worked on some things against what we thought Wawasee would do. And honestly, some of the stuff we worked on didn't matter because one of their players was out, so we had to readjust. But the girls have been doing a good job getting it in the paint. That first quarter, we went in there at half, up a few points, and I felt like we could have been up quite a few more, but we just couldn't put the ball in the basket again. But they worked through that and kept putting it up and eventually found the bottom.
So kind of things I know with Whitney a little banged up, she said like she was doing better. She was pretty pleased that it was just the kneecap popping out. Kind of going forward, you're going to kind of work with some of the other girls as far as kind of filling her shoes to kind of bring her back slow? Or are you guys just going to kind of see what happens until Tuesday and then going into the tournament on the next weekend?
I talked to Eric. He won't be here on Monday, but she's just going to kind of rest on Monday, and he's going to evaluate her on Tuesday. We'll go into Tuesday and see, but we'll probably rest her on Tuesday and just play it safe and hopefully have her back there for Saturday. It sounds funny to be thankful that your kneecap popped out,
yeah.
But my heart sank when she went down, and I thought the girls really did a good job of responding because they didn't know either. We didn't know what happened for sure. We didn't know if it was like last year. And I thought they really came out with more energy after that to try to do it for her.
Yeah,
and I was proud of them for that.
And I said in the broadcast for the girls and tonight with their intensity and how they were playing, it's like when you back a dog back into the corner and you keep backing and they're desperate and aggressive and they want this real bad, they're going to lunge back out and they're going to take a bite. And that's what they did when Whitney went out. Their backs were against the wall and Wawasee backed them into the corner and they just came out chomping at the bit, trying to get a hold of them.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, we were scared when she went down, and you could see it on their faces, but they came out, and the young kids that got more time because of it stepped in and filled their roles and did what they needed to do, and we had other kids step up, and it was good to see. It was good to see that energy, and hopefully we can keep carrying that over into our future games.
So Ryan and I were sitting up here, the 2 timeouts when we stole the ball, and then we got another one. What was kind of going through your mind on that? Because we were having a ball watching it up here.
Well, the first time out there, Lexia had it and was kind of getting hounded. I called it, and it was like a TV delay, where the official just took a while to call it. So I called that well in advance. But the second one I don't even remember. But it was one of those things where we're trying to get them to understand. We haven't played with the lead. Argus, we had a little bit of a lead there for a little while, but we're coming down here shooting up shots like it's the first quarter and it's a 2-point game, and we had to talk to them a little bit throughout some of those and say, look, we're up 14-15 now. Let's take a little bit more time. If it's wide open, that's fine, but otherwise let's try to get to the free throw line and get into the basket. And so they're learning those things, and it's nice to have a lead to be able to learn that with finally. So.
And the girls, like I said, like I keep saying to everybody each game and even in the broadcast, even if you don't see it translate to the scoreboard and the stat column, they're doing a lot of things really well, moving without the basketball. They're really kind of circling. They're not standing there just waiting, what do I do? They're looking for other opportunities to score than just one person. The girls really seem to me at least to really be starting to gain some traction, doing a lot of positive things.
Yeah, turnovers, I don't know what we end up with tonight, but they're coming down. We're learning that we can't just stand there and expect to be able to receive the ball. You got to move a little bit. You got to set those cuts up. Our passes have got to lead that person out away from the defense. Those are all small things that, with the teams we play up front, you get exposed very quickly. But I feel like we're learning from that. And then when we get against a team, like Wawasee, they go out there and they play hard, but they may not have quite the ability that some of the teams we played have, and it makes the game easier for us. And we're hoping that's what we continue to see going forward. So
going against Northwood, bringing them here on Tuesday night, what kind of things you guys can prepare for? Because they're going to be a tough ball team.
Yeah, they're very good. I think they went to Norwell today. I haven't checked that score yet, but they're sitting there at 3-1, 4-1. They're quick. They have big kids down low too. If you want to play a half-court game with them, they'll go big and they'll force it down in the paint. They're going to put a lot of pressure on the ball. So it'll be a game to where we'll have to see if how far we've come since the John Glenn game where they really pressured us, how far we've come since some of the teams that really get up on the ball and pressure man-to-man and jump trap. Have we learned some things? Whitney probably not playing. That'll hurt a little bit, but it'll be good experience for some of the younger girls to have to step in and face that pressure. So they're ready for it as we progress through the conference season in Bi-County and sectional.
Well, we'll sign off with that, Coach. Congratulations on the first win. Thanks for the interview. We'll be signing off. Come back here live Tuesday nights. We'll host Northwood. This is Andrew Harris signing off for the Triton Trojans Sports Network.